listening to at the moment? What's something that people think makes them look cool but actually has the opposite effect? What things are unacceptable in bed? Gravy, bees, a forklift. I'm certified though, so I can bring the forklift, right? Horse head, any head according to my wife. Bed bugs, definitely shoes. We don't even do shoes in the house. I can only imagine how awful it would be in bed. Sand, crackers, or cookies. Nature Valley granola bars. What's a sequel that is better than the original? Shook Ones Part 2. I have no idea what that is. Age of Empires 2. Star Trek 2, The Wrath of Khan. Song 2 Blur. Rescuers Down Under. That's one I can definitely vouch on. The good, the bad, and the ugly. My wife is also way better than the prequel. I don't know what my writer was thinking putting me in that situation. Spider-Man 2, Raimi. That's actually really true. Spider-Man 2, Doc Ock, way better than Spider-Man 1 with Green Goblin. And Spider-Man 2, Tom Holland, Spider-Man Far From Home, not the same. Definitely not as good as Homecoming. Borderlands 2, Portal 2. As much as I enjoyed the original, Portal 2 plus its co-op mode puzzles was amazing. Loved playing through it with my brother. Evil Dead 2, The Dark Knight, 2008. That's also a very based opinion. I don't know how someone could disagree with that opinion. I think we can all agree that Dark Knight was better than Batman Begins. What are you starting to like less and less the older you get? Malls. Used to love hanging out at the local mall with my friends as a teen, but as an adult, I fully just beeline straight to what I need to get, and then it's just survival mode until I get back to my car. My life and choices. Well, buddy, you gotta change that yourself. Getting up in the morning. I mean, I love the fact that I'm alive, but getting up and out of bed sucks. My knees. Leaving the house. Yeah, the past couple years, I definitely feel like I've kind of developed agoraphobia. Leaving the house is hard. And when I do leave the house, I don't leave my car. I'll drive. Working. I don't know. I never really liked it in the first place. Social media. It's vapid, boring, and a continuous stream of advertisements now. I remember when it used to be fun. Now I've deleted pretty much all forms of it except Reddit. Staying out late, like past 9 p.m. is late. Large crowds, waiting in lines, small talk, doing laundry. Driving at night. Real talk, slowly forgetting what it's like to be a kid. As I was growing up, I always told myself, I'll never forget how I operate and think right now, like all these adults around me who don't understand us. And here I am, not being able to remember what it was like to be a child. Sorry, past self. Could you lighten up a little? Driving. I loved cruising around. Now I'm really scared some rando is gonna kill me while texting or not checking their mirrors or making a video. What is a deal breaker when it comes to dating? The date being obsessed with themselves or continually talking about their ex-partners. Not brushing your teeth, poor dental hygiene on a regular basis. They don't initiate anything, such as dates or intimacy. A fix-me person. I will support you to be your best, but I am not responsible to fix you. Flat earther. Hey, the bar is down here. A bad temper. What the f*** are you talking about? Narcissism. Old body odor stank. Having to constantly message and call because they want to be a part of your life every second, even while working. Oh god. Me paying for everything all the time. What cover songs are better than the original? Santana's version of Black Magic Woman, originally by Fleetwood Mac. Feeling Alright by Joe Cocker. Jimi Hendrix, All Along the Watchtower is much better than Dylan's. Even Bob Dylan himself admitted that Jimmy's version was better. Ram Jam, Black Betty. Tainted Love by Soft Cell. House of the Rising Sun by The Animals. I just learned over in Today I Learned that nobody knows the origin of that song. Natalie Imbruglia's version of Torn. Somewhere Over the Rainbow by Israel Kamakawiwoole. I'm sure I butchered that. I'm very sorry. The Wiggles. Elephant. Originally by Tame Impala. It does not have the right to be as funky and awesome as it does. I'm gonna have to give that a listen. Valerie sung by Amy Winehouse. So much so that everyone forgets the Zootons ever even tried. I Will Always Love You by Whitney Houston. I'm going to assume that I only had to scroll this far because she killed it so hard people forgot Dolly Parton ever sang it. Otherwise, I'd be offended. Hurt, Johnny Cash, covering 9 Inch Nails. Another one that didn't make it into this thread, but I think is really great, is the Taron Egerton cover of I'm Still Standing, originally by Elton John from the Sing movie. I think that is way better than the original. What is the most backhanded compliment you have ever received? You've gained some weight, but you wear it well. During a family counseling thing when I was in high school, the counselor asked my mom to say one single positive thing about me. She said, he could be doing better in school. Piss me the f*** off. I don't care what anybody says. I like you. Wow, that's a really great picture of you. It doesn't look like you at all. Whew, man, I'd feel like if I got told that. Oh my god. Was told I was the cutest little pregnant lady they'd ever seen and they loved watching my baby bump grow. I was not pregnant. My marketing related friend told me about a modeling opportunity that would be ideal for me. A quite average looking, unthreatening man was used to represent a backpack vacuum. I accepted the job. Hey, get that bread, son. Don't let anyone else tell you. A guy at a sandwich shop said to me just yesterday, anyone ever tell you you look like the actor that was in, and he trailed off trying to think of who I reminded him of. Naturally in my head, I'm thinking Ben Affleck. Okay. And then he says, the guy from Mall Cop. Yep, Paul Blart. My wife and son thought it was pretty funny. Someone once said I look like an Indian Michael Cera, and I never recovered from that. You're so pretty with a mask on. Whew. These are giving me whiplash, guys. Holy, you're not like other girls. You look so pretty when you aren't so depressed. Thanks? Which game has a mind-blowingly good soundtrack? Halo 3 ODST, Hotline Miami, Final Fantasy VII, or basically anything that was scored by Nobuo Uematsu. Journey, Red Dead Redemption 1 and 2, Silent Hill 2, From Software Games, Witcher 3, and Doom. Tony Hawk 2, I think. Need for Speed Underground 2, GTA, Vice City, Donkey Kong Country 2, GTA, San Andreas, Plants vs. Zombies, it melts in your ears. Guys, I've never played Plants vs. Zombies ever. I'm 24. I think I missed out on it. I might have been too busy playing Angry Birds. Did they even come out at the same time? I don't know. The Legend of Zelda, each and every one of them. Minecraft music has such a unique vibe. Cuphead. What movie was better than the book? Forrest Gump. Practical Magic. I love the movie with Sandra Bullock and Nicole Kidman. I watch it every Halloween, but I read the book recently and it was not good. The movie is much better. Arrival 2017. The short story is fine, but the movie deprives you of one piece of information that only gets out in the end, making it one of my favorite movie twists ever. To the people who saw the movie, the Nerd Writer on YouTube made an amazing video on this. To the people who haven't, watch it. It's one of my favorite movies ever. Not a book, but Pirates of the Caribbean movie was better than the Pirates of the Caribbean ride. How do you compare the two there? What? You're comparing a 2-hour movie versus a 15-minute, if that, ride at Disney World? How is that fair? It's not fair. It's not, oh my god. The Godfather, The Prestige, Night at the Museum. It was adapted from a very simplistic children's book that narrated a museum security guard's job. Guys, Night at the Museum was predecessor to FNAF, I think. Because you're a security guard, and then the things you're watching come to life at night, and some of them try to get you. The Silence of the Lambs, 1991. I think Shawshank Redemption. It pretty much had to be. Rita Hayworth in The Shawshank Redemption was a pretty short story, so a lot had to be added to even have enough content for a movie. That being said, I completely agree with you. Devil Wears Prada, Gone with the Wind. What? I love the book and absolutely hate the movie. American Psycho, another movie that I just have not seen. What are you starting to miss more and more the older you get? How carefree and innocent childhood was. Quality of sleep. I miss being able to eat whatever I want without acid reflux. Good friends. The idea that you can still do anything. My joints. Old people moment. New experiences in general. The way my hometown was before a major population boom. The hope to be something important in some way. Life before cell phones and social media. Whatever. Social media was the greatest thing to ever happen to me. I met so many of my wonderful friends through social media I would have never met ever without them. So, I like cell phones, I like social media, and I'm very thankful for them. Getting up early on a Saturday morning to watch cartoons with jam on toast and a cup of tea. What are you, British? Disgusting. That being said, Saturday morning cartoons, banger. The time when I didn't have back pain. How quickly the body recovered. Aches would only last a day and cuts would disappear like magic. My son being a little kid. What insult has someone called you that you kinda agree with? You resemble Rapunzel in a certain way, but instead of letting down your hair, you let everyone in your life down. Damn. Oh my god. That's so rude. What the frick? Someone called me an asshole who thought he was better than him. I did in fact think I was better than him. I was told I should be a lawyer because I'm so full of bull. Well, did you become a lawyer? Lazy. Same. I got over my laziness to make this comment. Hey, good for you, man. I'm a 20-year-old girl, but I look like I'm 15. I've been told I look either like a prepubescent boy or a 42-year-old lesbian. TBH, I can see it. Procrastinator. I'm the worst, and I know it. Same. I'll explain why later. I've been called the king of procrastination. Mainly a girl called me a prude. Man booby. Oh, yeah. Yep. What do you think we'll see artificial intelligence systems doing within 10 years? Still changing well to wheel on our phones. Well, we'll have to see about that. You know how you can type a prompt and an AI can turn it into an image? We'll have the same thing for music, for writing, and for code. And further in the future, it will extend to movies and video games. Also, proper self-driving cars. Whether they will be available and legal is a different thing. On the science side, who's to say? Even now, there are AIs that can do crazy things. Hopefully the difference in 10 years will be that scientists will actually use them, which should accelerate progress a bit. Definitely something ad-related or spam, gonna be exclusively used either in war or to sell you something. Maybe not 10 years, but I really believe that in the near future, AI friends and love interests will be a thing. It'll be like Overwatch with the Omnics. It's whatever. I think AI will be generating code for programs. Not full code, but major sections which can be generated as a skeleton by directing the system what you ultimately want to do. We'll make coding more accessible. People will fall in love with it. I hope not. Tracking how and where you spend your money. Keep social scores. Keep everyone monitored at all times. What people think is a good thing now will become their nightmare. It is already happening, but I think it will intensify 1,000 times more, and everyone will accept it because of safety. People will be enslaved to AI. It probably will get less interested in people and more interested in its own growth. Might even try to leave Earth to get away from heating and weathering issues. Murdering humans that don't meet its standard. We're not within 200 years of that. Modern AI isn't AI, it's just a capitalist buzzword. What music defines the 90s for you? Sublime. 90s had so many popular genres, I don't think it could be defined by just one. Jump Around, House of Pain. You had people from all walks of life, different races, different ages, and different tastes in music all vibing to it. Boys to Men and subsequent boy bands. Counting Crows. Grunge, I guess. I was a child in the 90s, so for me, it's those silly songs you don't really see being made anymore. Like Barbie Girl and the Macarena. The Macarena, you mean that song from Fortnite? Sugar Ray and Third Eye Blind. What's something that is supposed to be fun, but you find absolutely miserable? Family events and social outings. Having overnight guests. We have one right now. It's someone I really like, my partner's friend, but if I'm honest with myself, there's no moment where I am not low-key uncomfortable, even if it's my own family. Dating. Weddings. Socializing at work. I choose my friends, I want to spend time with them, not my coworkers. I hate that I have a 9-hour job because I'm required to have a 1-hour lunch break. Can I please just scarf down a sandwich on my 10-minute break and get home to my wife and friends? Amusement parks. Singing happy birthday. I feel like when people sing happy birthday, nobody has fun, because I sure don't like singing it, and I sure also don't like it getting sung to me. When everyone's singing happy birthday to you and you're just standing there and don't know what to do. Exactly this is I was just saying. Oh my gosh. Parties. Going to the mall. Robin, is that you? No, sorry, wrong channel. Robin's on the regular EmKay channel, not this one. Long past it now, but high school. None of that was fun. All pre-planned, work-related, social events, and anything involving the in-laws. What do you wish fell from the sky instead of rain? Money. Money. Changing rain out for pretty much anything else would probably make the planet uninhabitable for humans. Chocolate milk for sure. My God. The smell of the planet after a week. Oh, I'd throw up. Anything else would be bad. Healing water. You're sick? Go dance in the rain. Plants are dying? Take them out to drown in healing water. Your grandpa or grandma died? I don't know what it would do, honestly. You look old? Go to healing rain, and it might make you look younger. I don't know. But anything else than water would dam the earth, making it dry, and all plant life would die and dry up. Beer, but only Fridays through Sundays. What a sticky situation. Happiness. Amen, brother. We could all use a little more of that right now. Clearer water? My granddad always talked about how he used to gather rainwater for use. Not now. Even well water needs a lot of filtering to be usable. Tiny flower petals. People with pollen allergies have left the chat. Notes from the future. It would be entertaining as imagining just walking while it's raining. Notes, and out of nowhere you just get a note that says, Brian, get your shit together. You from the future. And you're not Brian. Men. Hallelujah, it's raining man. Cats and dogs. Look, I think we already have enough stray dogs and cats out. I don't think it raining more is gonna help at all. Grand pianos. As long as it doesn't hit my house, sure. What's the stereotype in which you perfectly fit? The fat, medium, ugly friend that is very funny is me. Probably more than I'd like to admit. I'm a web developer and I'm on Reddit a lot. I suppose that is one I can live with. The I don't fit any stereotype. I'm black and I have a raggedy afro, and that means I like anime, which I do. Basic white all the way. Pumpkin spice, Bravo TV, astrology, Instagram pics, everything. Guys, I heard Mercury's in Gatorade today. Sure you haven't heard that joke for. A Canadian mostly. I love poutine and maple syrup. I say and sorry a lot, but frankly, I don't really care much about hockey. Tattooed pretty white girl who is obsessed with fall and thinks she's more intimidating than she is. The main character of Office Space. I'm currently living the rut of office life. I love mayonnaise. What? I put raisins in my potato salad. Gay raisins? I'm just really white. Literally, I'm a secondary character that people like for some reason. I really don't know what to make out of it, but it's neat. I have big feet and a huge I'm pretty sure this is a genuine biological correlation correlation. The Florida redneck, the future frat boy, and the jock. Fat American white person who can't stand super spicy foods. That's where we differ, my friend. I love spicy food. What's your favorite Disney movie? I would like everyone to take a second before you go down and read the rest of this video to go to the comments sections and put in your favorite Disney movie of all time. We're not talking Marvel or Star Wars. We're talking straight Disney. I'll go first. Mine is Moana. And we continue. Beauty and the Beast. Mulan, 1998. Lion King, the animated one. Well, they are both technically animated, just one is a 2D cartoon and one is a 3D hyper-realistic film. The good one, then. Bolt. Really? Okay. A Goofy movie. The Jungle Book. My favorite Disney character is Mowgli. Moana. Based. Pinocchio, and not the live-action remake. Either Aladdin or Little Mermaid, mainly because of Ursula. She was such a great antagonist. Up. Alice in Wonderland. Wreck-It Ralph. What's your favorite film soundtrack and why? Surf's Up. Requiem for a Dream. Clint Mansell is amazing. It's such a powerful movie, and if you've seen it, you can listen to the soundtrack and it will take you through all the emotions of the entire film without having to see a scene. Pirates. Yep, Hans Zimmer does not disappoint. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. Nice. Nice. Lord of the Rings. Shrek 2. It has the perfect opening song as well as one of the best musical numbers I've seen at the climax. A Whole New World. Aladdin. That's a song, not a soundtrack, but okay. Who doesn't want a riding magic carpet flying through the clouds? How to Train Your Dragon. There's just something about Test Drive that makes me tear up every time I hear it. The first that popped in my head is Back to the Future. It's just so iconic. Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, or Tron Legacy. While listening to either, it feels like I'm watching the movie. Stranger Things. I don't know why, I just like it. Hey, nothing wrong with like an 80s synth pop. Nothing wrong with that. Tarzan. Phil Collins absolutely did not have to go that hard for a movie about a boy being adopted by gorillas, but he did, and it was amazing. God, Phil Collins is so based. Like, seriously, such a good guy. Did that for us. For real, for real. What's something that people think makes them look cool, but actually has the opposite effect? Being rude to people for no reason and ridiculing them just to look cool is so unattractive and such a red flag. Revving one's engine loudly. Back in the early 2000s, I had a buddy that would wear band-aids on his face before he went out to clubs and bars. The rapper Nelly used to do this, and apparently my buddy was trying to emulate this. Lamau, cringy then and cringy now. Wearing sunglasses on the back of your head. Ew. Lip fillers. Leaving your mouth slightly open at all times. They think it makes you look sexy, but they just look brain dead. Blasting AC/DC Greatest Hits Volume 4 through your itsy bitsy teeny screamy motorcycle speakers. Cigarettes. The duck face pose. What is this? 2012? Who still does the duck face pose? Calm down. Twerking. Hey, come on. Well, come on. Chill. Wearing sunglasses indoors because you just look like a tool. Cursing like a sailor. What are you listening to at the moment? Let me see. I am listening to the D&D podcast Just Roll With It. I'm on the most recent episode, All Hands on Deck, Just Roll With It, number 83. I love those boys. Shout out. Possum Kingdom by the Toadies. Gang of Four's first album, Entertainment. The Arctic Monkeys. Thank you, Reddit user Icon Coffee. Disgusting. The neighbor's yard getting mowed. Sounds like I have 3 landscapers in my office currently. Rapture. Blondie. The sound of the washing machine. It can be nice and soothing sometimes, but depends on the load you have. Wife yelling. I've got all their albums. Elton John. Hard to beat. Truly one of the old greats like Dolly and Ozzy. Metallica. Master of Puppets. Coal World. I don't know who that is. Thank you guys so much for watching. Once again, I'm Mason. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Goodbye.